Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome on in to our Valley News Now desk on this Wednesday morning. We got a lot going on today. My name is Alex Larson. So, like I said, we got a lot going on this morning, but we're going to start with what we got going on weather-wise. I know we've had most of that wildfire smoke clear on out of most parts of the valley, but we're going to check on in with what our first alert storm team is saying we can expect to be seeing as we head on throughout the rest of the week. I'm going to pull up my screen for you here, okay? We're over on the Valley News Live homepage here. I'm going to hop on over to the weather tab, and we're going to scroll down. Looks like Fargo, we're sitting at 49 right now. And as we head on through the day, it looks like we're only going to hop on up to 76 with some isolated storms. So that's important here. I know that we've got a lot going on outside, especially Ribfest is in town starting today. They open up at 11. We're going to get into that later. But even throughout the week, you can see we stay pretty consistent with those 70s. Meteorologist Lisa Green was saying earlier this morning, maybe on that Saturday we hop up to 80. Not anything too crazy right now, but definitely something to watch out for with those isolated storms and showers as we continue on throughout the week. And remember, our first alert storm team works very hard to keep you updated throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout everything as we've got weather events happening. It's a great tool to have, this VNL weather app. They give you video updates. The app follows you wherever you go, so you'll get a custom forecast for wherever you're at in the country or even world, really. Moving on, we're going to hop on over to our news portion of this segment. A Fargo man's been arrested after an incident in a Fargo Motel 6 that left a woman with permanent injuries. So police were called to the motel for a disturbance involving a man and a woman on May 22nd. And according to court documents, when police got there, this guy on the left-hand side of your screen, Scott Tweeten, opened the door. Police saw a woman lying on the floor yelling for help. When asked what happened, the woman told police she was numb from the neck down and that Tweeten had hurt her. According to documents, police visited that victim in the hospital several times during the investigation. On May 30th, the victim told police the two had been drinking and had relapsed from sobriety. She says when she tried to leave, she felt her neck break and then she fell to the ground. She said Scott was standing behind her at the time. Tweeten's been charged with aggravated assault, domestic violence, and permanent loss of impairment. He could face up to 10 years in prison. He's going to be in court in July. And we're learning more about an assault on a Fargo police officer on Monday. So according to police, a female officer was assaulted by a minor after responding to a call. This allegedly happened around noon in the area of First Avenue South and Main Avenue. Valley News Live is working to get more information, and we'll continue to update you as we learn more on our website as well as on air. And just after 3 p.m. yesterday, the Red River Valley SWAT team assisted the Fargo Police Department with a high-risk knock-and-announce search warrant. So this was at an apartment building in the 800 block of 17th Street South. SWAT team utilized a flashbang to arrest 35-year-old Antorin Bell. He was arrested for failure to appear in court for several following outstanding warrants in several different cities. So the father of a 4-year-old girl who was allegedly abused in the hands of a Jamestown daycare employee is speaking out for the first time. Police say several employees of Charge On Forward Daycare in Jamestown, they are being investigated. So this includes a 15-year-old staff member who's accused of inappropriately touching a toddler. 2 employees have also been charged with child abuse for failure to report that incident. The child's father is now coming forward, though, hoping that this never happens to anyone else. We're going to hear from him here.
You never really think as a parent that it's going to be, your kid.
And that was Brett Williams, the father of the victim in this case. Now, we have a full story available on our website where we have talked more in depth to Scott about what has happened in this situation. It's a pretty good story over on our website, an exclusive story at that. You can find that over on valleynewslive.com or, of course, your free VNL News app. Circling back to this, though, police have said there may be more victims. They're urging you to get in touch with authorities if you do have any information. And remember, you can watch this full story again on our valleynewslive.com website or your VNL News app. And newly filed court documents, they are saying, showing exactly why a district judge denied a motion to suppress a search warrant in which evidence was collected at a former Cass County Sheriff's deputy, Carson Quam, at his home. Investigators say during that search warrant at Quam's home, 8 items were seized. That includes multiple phones, a laptop, a tablet, and a USB drive. In court documents filed on Monday, Quam claims the search should be suppressed because it violates his Fourth Amendment rights. Based on the evidence showed to the judge, though, Quam's motion to suppress evidence was denied. Unknown right now when Quam is going to be back in court again, but that is another story that we've followed pretty extensively that you can follow over on our website, valleynewslive.com. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more as well. Up in Grand Forks, one woman is helping other women, give them safety and perhaps the fresh start some of them need. It's called the 209 House. It's a pretty cool situation here. So it's a transitional home for women, giving them hope and comfort. The house has been running since January. Women have to pass the application process and be sober for 30 days before they are able to spend up to a year in this home.
There's a lot of need for this specific scenario, and especially with the house. The house is set up to feel homey and to feel at home and to have a support system of the women. It's not a facility feel. It's a very like home family based kind of operation that we have going here.
And up to 8 women can actually live at this home at a time. If you're interested in the 209 House and its services, or you just want to read more about it, we got more information for you on valleynewslive.com. And last week, Fargo School Board made a salary proposal to its teachers. Last night, the board and the Fargo Education Association met to talk about that proposal. Now, most teachers in this proposal would get a 2% increase, but for teachers who are at the threshold for salary, which is about $91,000, the board was offering less. Now, that's because according to one school member, it may get a little pricey. They said just by the raw numbers, there's about 250 teachers who make $91,000 a year. So a 2% increase is a little less than $2,000. That's about $500,000 for the district. Now, school board says they want to give a bigger increase than 2%, but as that school board member told us, they feel as if the finances from the state are just not going to let that happen. And lots of fun going on this week over at RibFest. Now, RibFest starts today. Doors open at 11 a.m. If you don't have any lunch plans, you can hop on over there. They've always got something delicious happening. Now, as we know, music. So, tonight, Montgomery Gentry is going to be playing. Tomorrow, Low Cash Cowboys. Friday, I got to get my dates in order here. So, June 6th, Smash Mouths. June 7th is going to be Slaughter. All great shows. Now, it's often referred to as the kickoff to summer. Happy Harry's Rib Fest has been providing quality food and entertainment for over 25 years. Featuring award-winning national rib vendors and nightly national music acts, Happy Harry's Rib Fest has become an annual tradition for food and music lovers alike. So that is happening at the Fargo Dome. If you couldn't tell by this video here, we had our morning reporter, Austin Carisu. He was doing some live shots there this morning with one of the vendors there, and he tried one of the pretty spicy sauces. So I know they've got something for everyone there. So if you, again, don't have any lunch plans for the next few days, that's a great spot to check on out. Now, that's about all I got for you on this Wednesday morning. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you back here tomorrow. My name is Alex Larson, reporting for Valley News Now. See you tomorrow.